A goal and 2 assists there, and then we'll talk to him at the end of the first period.
Plus the two top defensemen, nobody can touch them in the league.
Back to the point, Petuli. Off the half boards, Lalonde. Lalonde with the winner last night in Cornwall at the Ed Lumley against the Smith Falls Bears. 3-2 Colts. Again, they've lost 1 game out of 12 coming into this one. It's hard to believe with the 10th ranked power play. Wait till Ian gets that going. So play in the corner. Winton there scrumming away with the Colts. Referee Carr looking on. He hasn't had enough of it yet. They still battle for the puck. And finally, Peski. It squirts out in front of Poirier. Couldn't get the pass across. Some good defensive work by Ryan Petuli. There's a shot through traffic from Eric Israel. Tierney rings it around the boards. So the Braves have the Colts on their heels here early, and they lead it 1-0. Puck comes out to Keegan Mulhern. Mulhern fires it into the Brave zone to Eric Israel. Pass intended for defensive play by Ryan Petuli. Negated the pass across. Peski in against Lawson McDougall. Colts flip it back in the Brave zone. Andrew Peski picks it up there. Now he puts on the brakes as he tries to evade the oncoming Lawson McDougall. Play out at the neutral zone. Now back in the Colts zone. Up the center. Flipped into the left of David Poirier. Now it's Peski and Jay Demore. It's Peski. His pass right up the middle. King can't reach it. It goes off the stick of McDougall. Peski and Demore came together. Peski finally firing it in is McDougall, and the Colts are going to make a line change. Here's Eric Israel. Friends from Cornwall alerted to that it's Jeremy McFarland, who's listed here as number 19, is wearing 16. And it's back to Murray. Murray puts on the brakes to evade one. He tries to evade another one, but runs in to Jay Demore. Colts fire back into the Brave zone. It's Peski. Peski to Israel. Now Israel flipping it along the boards. And gathered up in the neutral zone by Andrew Peski. Peski just trying to settle things down. Cross ice to Murray. Now Murray sprints his way into the middle. Murray now hooked from behind by Angelopoulos. And the Braves are going to get their first man advantage of the hockey game. The extra attacker is on. Peski side. I see that, and he actually is not listed. Good point, Norm. I mean, not listed in the scratches.
Penalty to number 26, Peter Angelopoulos. 2 minutes for hooking at 11:03.
So Angelopoulos off for hooking, and give Murray credit there for working hard to draw that penalty, cutting into the neutral zone, cutting into the Colts zone. Back to Peski. To Billings. Oh, a nice no-look tap to Israel. That's a shot. Bounces back out to Peski. Here's Peski making a nice maneuver around Kevin Hope. Backhand, forehand. Scooped up again. Here's King. Back to the point to Israel. Cranks it up. Back to King. Here's King. To Israel. A one-timer. And a good save by Doublestein. Play fire now down the link to the ice. Well, it's something you got to watch for. It's almost like field goal defense. If you miss the field goal, you're really opened up defensively. Yeah, it happens more than not. Here's King crossing into the Colts zone to Billings. Goes back there, Besner and Billings. King there. It's King. Back to Peski. Peski gets away from Hope, puts it in deep, gets away from Billings. Now fired on the boards, but now it bounces out, and almost an opportunity right out of the box by Lawson McDougall. He wasn't in the box all that long, Norm, and if he hadn't lost his balance, he might have been away to the races. Here's Peski. Speaking of races, inside the Colts zone, here's Peski darting his way in, and a good poke check by Doublestein. Puck now fired by the Colts all the way down the ice, and we're going to have an icing. Well, the Colts dig it out of the faceoff circle, and away they come to center. It's Hope and McDougall intercepted. Now the Braves will counter. Billings to King. The number 1 unit out there, King at Billings, and Liam Folks. Play to the right of Doublestein. Picked up, fired along the boards, but not out. Israel fires it back. Here's Ryan Petuli up the middle. McDougall over to Hope. Cross ice pass in the neutral zone, intercepted by Billings. Peski going back with McDougall right on him. Peski drops it for Billings. Quince and Billings come together. There's the outlet for Liam Folks, and it's going to result in another stoppage and icing with 3. Israel on the back end. Marley Quince out there short-handed to take the face-off. It's stuck in his skates. Colts trying to dig it out. Billings does to Israel. Cross ice to Peski. Here's Peski. Peski back to Israel. Down low for King. King shot from a sharp angle. That goes all the way back out, and Peski unable to keep it in the Colts zone. Peski to Israel. Billings cutting up the middle. Drops it back for Peski. Peski in motion. Crosses center. Here's Peski darting inside the Colts zone. Puts on the brakes. Peski now has it down low. Feathers in front. Israel, and his shot goes just wide on a nice feed from Peski to Israel. Right back to Peski. Cross ice to Israel. Here's Israel working his way into position. Back to Peski. A little give and go there. Down low to Billings. Billings tries to put it in front of the net. Peski avoids the oncoming shot. It scores! I believe it's Trey Folks. Norm. We are back here at the Brockville Memorial Center for second period action through 20 minutes. The Braves lead the Colts 2-1. A very good period for the Braves in period number 1. They would shoot the Colts, dominate them in the first period 2-1. Angelopoulos tied things up for the Colts. Looks like when they, to give them a big lift, but Trey Folks on the power play is giving the Braves regaining their 2-1 lead. Here is Sean King inside the Colts line. Patulli brings it around the board. On the net, nobody there. An effective job and persistent hard work by Van Stralen coming up with a loose puck on the talented Zach Turney. Here is Ross Craig. Shots are suddenly 12-8. Pass right at the line, intercepted there. Here's the Braves, one extra move, and they are offside. Well, remember, it was actually 9-1, Norm. It was 9-1 at one point, but a good start to the period. The Colts, and we'll see how they do. Here's Tierney cranking it up, his shot, and Poirier got a pad on it. Yeah, blessed with offensive skill. Ian said maybe he need a little work on the defensive side of things, but he is a talent nonetheless.
Great quarterback on the power play.
Absolutely, and wait till the Colts get that going. I mean, here they sit with 1 loss through 12 games, and they haven't actually established the power play. So Ian had a wink about that, so more to come from the 2015 hosts of the Fred Page Cup.
Shots are even at this point.
Suddenly, we've got a ball game.
We got a ball game now. This just is a mirror of the first period, isn't it? The play was always down there at that end, and it's down at that end.
And again, only the teams have switched this time. And you're exactly right, Norm. It's like a tale of two cities here. It's all Colts here in the second period. Actually, I don't believe the Braves have had a shot on goal in this period, actually. It's 7-0 Cornwall. 1:05 to go in the Colts man advantage. Fired back into Doublestein. He'll stop it there for Besner. Besner with the oncoming Liam Folks. And it's Ryan Patulli. Patulli gets it up to Lalonde. And sprinting is Jay Demore towards the front of the net. There's McDougall trying to get it back to Demore. Back to Angelopoulos has tied it, his second of the game for the Colts. Sean King and Trey Folks have responded for the Braves. Here's Dondre John. Forehand, backhand, Dondre John. Shot, he scores! The dangling. The Dondre John. And the Braves ahead 3-2. Wow.
That's called dangling, isn't it?
On Wednesday night.
Double D did not look too good on that shot.
No, he didn't. And I mean,
the puck was on the ice.
Dondre John found some room, and I believe it was between Double D's pads. So here they come again. Here's John, a little replay. Almost a little Groundhog Day there, repeat as he takes it to the middle and to the backhand. Dre John. Highlight reel goal, Norm, no question about it.
That. He turned two of them inside out there.
God, I don't know. Not Dre John, and the Braves up 3-2 on a nice individual effort. Again, some optimism, Norm, as the newcomers starting to score goals here. And I mean, Liam Folks, we talked, and we see Trey Folks tonight. Andre John starting to score, starting to look impressive even before he started to score.
They need the secondary scoring. There's no doubt
And
about
there's
it.
no question about it. And we've got one waiting in the wings in Mr. McCrory with lots of offensive ability. He's ahead of, I believe he's ahead of his timetable. So there's a welcomed addition coming down the pipeline for the Brockville Brave fans. And here's King running into Marley Quince. Back to Andrew Peski. Peski making a nice move over there. Here comes Andrew Peski. Peski, cross ice. Billings. Billings into the corner. Peski comes out right in front of Liam Folks on the doorstep. Peski making something out of something, and Liam Folks forces double steam. Back up. The fans involved here in the hockey game. Fired into the left of Poirier. Israel. Back to the point to the talented Tierney. Cranks it up. Tierney shot, and there's no way Poirier could see anything with Demore in front. Back right to Tierney. Cross ice to Craig. Blocked. Bounces in front of Poirier. Israel and Demore.
Look at the pile behind the net.
Under a minute to go here in period number 2. What a scrum here. Eating up valuable seconds on this Colts power play. And
It's a tough job.
well, you know, you were a referee in this league in some pretty tough days before some big crowds. Billy, back to Israel. There's a shot, deflects into the corner. We're down to 10 seconds to go in the period. Here's Peski. Puts it in behind the net. Marley Quince, rubbed out by Billings. Israel. Here's Folks. And Angelopoulos right there lurking. Here's Peski as the buzzer sounds to end period. Well, back for third period action through 40 minutes. The Braves lead the Colts 3-2. It was all Braves in the first period, outshooting the Colts 12-5, but in that second period things shifted and the Colts tied things up at 2 before a highlight reel goal from Dre John restored the Braves 1-goal lead.
What can we expect in the third period?
That is a good question, Norm.
We're 1-1 in period so far.
Here's shot. King's shot. Double steam made the save there. Well, it's just another night at the Improv. And here's.
Entertaining hockey, though.
Well, it has. These are two good hockey teams in this Colts team. I mean, here's Marley Quince dangling, gets a shot away, and he just missed the rebound. Poirier down and out there. Back of the net, here is Peski. Flips it to Billings. Billings. And Besner, quite a tricky maneuver there to keep it in temporarily, and now Besner intercepts that cross ice for Hope as the Colts tag up. Great work from Van Stralen.
He may give us something special before this game's over.
Could be a big shot. Could be a big shot. Here's Marley Quince, and his shot goes off. Eric is Quince, Hope, and Angelopoulos. He's got both goals for the Colts. Here's Marley Quince. Back to Petuli. His one time on a nice pad saved by Poirier. Angelopoulos for Quince. Angelopoulos. These are the big forwards, the big three for the Colts. We'll see. And I don't know what that was. Over into the corner off Petuli's stick. Here's Marley Quince. Back to the point. For Poirier, they battle there. The Braves come up and dig it out, give it over to score.
And in reflection, both goaltenders have played pretty well.
The goaltenders have been sharp. I mean, it's been a well-played hockey game. It was all Braves in the first and pretty much all Colts in the second. And as you said, we'll see how things unfold here in period number 3. Here's Marley Quintz using that big frame. And Japopoulos, here comes another one of the Colt Giants. This was going to be a question from the outset. Loose puck in front of Poirier and a pad save, short side. The question from the outset on how the Braves defense is going to handle the big forwards, Angelopoulos, Quintz, and Hope. Here's Israel. Israel darts inside the Colt zone. Here's Israel from a sharp angle, forces Doublestein into a pad save with Dondre John on the doorstep and Trey Folks. Both scores here this evening with the Braves along with Sean King. Angelopoulos has replied for both Colts goals. Van Stralen's throwing the weight around and clips Marley Quintz. Here come the Colts again, and Lalonde trying to get it out of his skates. Back to the point to Tierney. Cross ice to Craig. Winds up, shoots it, and it goes just wide. Blocker side. Now Van Stralen. Peski rolls precariously in the shot slot, and Dondre John gets it up to Blake Carrick. Carrick gets it all the way back in the Colts zone. Around Billings, Peski and Israel on the back end. And a big face-off win by King. Over to Peski. Here's Peski, feathers one to Billings. Cross ice to King, and oh, what a save by Doublestein on King. Another tremendous pass from Jack Billings, and what a save by Doublestein. Oh, no question. That keeps it a one-goal hockey game. A tremendous save, a great pass from Billings, and a great shot from King, and a better save from Doublestein. Keeps us a one-goal hockey game. Here's Andrew Peski to center. Peski in over the Colts blue line. Here's Peski, backhand, in behind Doublestein. Poked along the boards. And can the Colts poke it out? No, they can't. Peski in deep. Down for Trey Folks. Folks pinned up against the boards. Billings there. And Folks. Puck rolls right back to the point to Peski. Minute to go. There's a shot into traffic, and that might have hit a Brave. And Trey Folks. Here's Sean King. Minute to go in the match. 22-20 by the narrowest of margins.
I think we're going to have a hectic 7 minutes now.
Back to the point to Israel. Fakes. Now floats one towards Doublestein. Craig picks it up. Intercepted from Peski. Cross ice, nobody there. Nick Lalonde trying to find it. And taking a bump there was Israel. Here's Billings making a nice move. Billings trying to put it down deep. And a great idea and a great play by Israel to keep it in. And now it's backhanded finally out. Israel. Here's Eric Israel now coming in all by his inside the zone. Israel. Folks cranks it up, and his shot, he didn't get it all, goes wide. Billings. Back to the point. Here's King's shot, and it deflects up. And stretching all the way back to the 60s continues. Braves. Van Stralen to center. In over the blue line. Van Stralen right out in front of Doublestein. Carrick back to Israel. The one-timer wide. Behind the net, Tierney takes a whack at it. Tierney comes up with it. Plays it along the boards, but right back to Israel where it started. Israel shot over into the corner. Ross Craig reverses the flow to Tierney. On comes Blake Carrick. Pucked in the Marley Quintz gets there first. And it comes all the way back out to center, back into the Brave zone to one Andrew Peski. Up to Israel. 3 Braves.
Oh, yeah, this is great.
Liam Folks to take the face-off against Quintz. He wins it. Israel tries to play the carom. It goes to Billings. Back to King. King behind the net. Besner all over him. Billings there. Patulli digs it out. He's knocked down. Folks try to take a one shot at it. Peski at the line. Back to Eric Israel. Israel slips it ahead to King. Over to Liam Folks. Here's Liam Folks. Hooked off his stick. A nice play by the Colts there. Here's Peski at the line. Puck rolls, and there's the reach of Hope. Hope and Israel come together. Peski. Here's Quintz. Back to King. To Trey Folks. Peski. Oh, nice outlet for Liam Folks.